Yo, what's up? Dante here with another video. Really quick, just want to get my thoughts on the Iowa and UConn women's Final Four matchup that just ended. Um, it was a great game to watch. Um, it got a little funky at the end. A lot. I think it got really tight for Iowa at the end. They were up with like 6 or 7 points, about 2 minutes to go, and about a minute to go, Gino started intentionally fouling, and it worked. And he got a turnover. Um, what's her name? Kate Martin. She tried to get the. She had the ball at half court and tried to get around one defender without going back court, and she turned it over, and they went down and scored, and then it got really really interesting at the end because, like I said, they were up like 6 or 7 at one point, about 2 minutes to go, and it almost went the other way. Um, Real quick before I get to like what everyone's going to be talking about for the next 2 days, um, or longer, if Iowa wins. Um, but yeah, Hannah Stokey, man, I love that girl so much, man. She she does everything that a big is supposed to do. She goes down, she plays hard. She didn't get a whole lot of rebounds today, but to be fair, um, she went up against Aaliyah Edwards, and she spent a lot of her energy on the offensive board. She had like 23 points. Um, but she was playing good defense on the other end. It seemed like the guards were getting like all the rebounds. I think like Caitlin had like 8 herself, and the other girls chipped in to get rebounds. I think she only, like I said, Hannah Stokey, she only finished with like three or four rebounds. And I was very surprised. I was like, dang, she only had 4 rebounds. But you got to remember, she had to go down and exert energy in the post and score, and go down and play defense. And as long as they're missing shots and your team gets the rebound, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Um, Kate uh, Kate Martin, I know she messed up on that half court turnover, but there were some shots late in the game where she was out there cooking. Like she was like her game. I was not familiar with your game, Miss Martin. Jesus Christ, she was out there doing spins and fadeaways and freaking 1 foot jumpers. I'm like, damn girl, layups, oop doops, and I'm like, okay, I see. I like your game. Um, what's her name? Marshall, Gabby Marshall. She had a quiet game. She's had a few quiet games back to back. But I think her energy, her tenacity is more what she's out there for. As like I said, she's essentially like the I can't call. Well, I guess she's more like the point. She's like a pseudo point slash two because Caitlin is like, I guess she's the main ball handler. Um, Paige Buck, Paige Bukers, Paige Buckets, I guess. She came out there to play. She came out there to play. Like I said, Leah Edwards out there balling. Um, who else? I'm looking at it now. What's her name? Number 10 on UConn. She was out there. She was out there doing her thing. Um, and yeah, it was a good fight back. It was good back and forth battle. Iowa made that comeback in the second half, and they ultimately came up with the W. Real quick, I want to talk about the end game. Real quick, real quick before I get to that small big part. Disney, Disney, you know what you can eat. You know what you can eat because not even 5 minutes after I uploaded the video, granted, I guess it's your property. I guess it's your video, but I had a video before this where essentially it was like the last 4 seconds of the game, and they blocked the video. So yeah, if you want to see the last like I guess what I put up was like the last 4 seconds of the game. It was essentially it was the what part I started at the I started at the inbounds pass after the turnover. Yeah, is that where I started? It was right before the controversial call, and I just get into it. The controversial call was Aaliyah Edwards got hit with a moving screen. Now in the replay, her feet are still, but her upper body moves a little bit further towards the girl she's trying to hit with the screen. Or I mean, yeah, with the screen. Um, and they call it with the moving screen. Now it doesn't look like she's doing a whole lot of moving, but when you set a screen, when you set a pick, you cannot move. You can't move, and it's not the call. I mean, the move wasn't egregious, and that actually showing. Okay, so yeah, it was after the turnover, after the Stokey turnover, where she just went up and scored and tried to get the foul and the contact, but she passed it and it got picked off, and then they're showing the screen now. Um, yeah, so they're showing it again. You can't move. You can't move your body, man. You can't move. You can't move when you set a screen, when you set a pick. You have to stand. Once you get into that position to set the pick or the screen, you cannot move. It's just like taking a charge. Once you set your position to take a charge, you can't move. If you're gonna move, you gotta move and set your feet, and you gotta reestablish your position. She didn't do that. She kind of threw her L. Now it wasn't aggressive, right? But she still moved her shoulder into the other girl's chest. It may not have been. Um, it may not have been. You know. It may not have been like. Like super. Like I said, super aggressive. But she moved. You can't move. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that. I just want to get ahead of this before social media blows this up out of proportions, and they'll be talking about this for till Sunday. And like I said, they'll probably be talking about this going forward, especially if Iowa wins. They'll be like, "Oh, well, they only won the title because they got a phantom call at the end of the game." It's not a phantom call. It's clear as day. She moved. She moved into the girl. If she has set her feet and established herself in that spot, you don't even have. The thing is, every screen you don't have. It's not. The whole point of a screen is to get your body in front of somebody. It's not necessarily to draw contact. You just standing there is automatically because she can't run. She can't run through you. She can run through you, but you would get called with a foul. You can call that a charge. So I don't know, but yeah, it was a good game. Congratulations to Iowa. Congratulations to South Carolina. Let's hope it's a good game because South Carolina. I was watching that game and it was a very close game, and I was on my phone at the same time. I looked up from my phone like 5 minutes later, and they were up like 20 points. I was like, "What happened? How did they? What happened in that 5 minutes while I was looking down at my phone?" And they had bumped the lead up to like 20, and it was over from there. So we see South Carolina can make runs, big runs. Um, yeah, food in my beard. Um, but yeah, we see them make runs, and Cardozo, that's a big girl, man. I don't know. We've seen. Hopefully, Stokey got. Oh, excuse me. Woo! Hopefully Stokey has. She got one more in her. She took on Angel Reese. She took on Aaliyah Edwards, and she finishes off with arguably her toughest challenge will be against Cardozo. So yeah, if they can keep it close into the fourth, they stay out of foul trouble, and they can just kind of contain Cardozo because that's a huge side discrepancy. That's part of the reason why they're undefeated. Can't nobody guard her. Realistically, the only other than like there's really only two girls that I can think of that would match up against her well, but they're not in the finals, and that's Cameron Brink from Stanford and Angel Reese. But both of them girls too, they can score though as well if play in the post. Stokey's kind of becoming like a multi-dimensional player, but like she's very young. I thought she was I thought she was older. I didn't know apparently she's a sophomore. So she has 2 more years to get better. I was like, damn. I was like, all right, cool. I mean, this is the perfect time to get better. You get better with Caitlin and all them upperclassmen. I think Gabby Marshall's a senior. I think Kate Martin a senior because all them girls were on the team last year. And there was another girl that was on the team last year. She graduated. She was a good post player. Um, but yeah, yeah. I think it'll be a good game on Sunday. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Did you watch the game? Did you check it out? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was sloppy? And what did you think about the call? Was it a valid call? Was it a phantom call? Let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay.